Hello and welcome to this cast of Starbow. It's Cephas here giving you yet another game. I've been casting a lot lately and I like it quite a bit. I try to cast whenever I have time, and this is going to be a very interesting game between Nap in the bottom left corner on Fighting Spirit. There he is, zooming in and doing all that good stuff, versus his opponent Dirtybag in the top left corner in the red colors. And Dirtybag is no newcomer to Starbow. He's been playing Starbow for a long time, and he's seen a lot of patches, a lot of changes, a lot of things going on. But what we haven't really seen from him is a lot of playing lately, and now he's kind of coming back a little bit, as it seems. He seemed not to play much on the ladder, but more just trying to play versus people more casually. But he's a very good player. When he was playing more active on the ladder, he was all the way on top 10, I think. So he's really cool with that. And they're discussing the new Ghost, which we have put into the game. It has Cloak, Shock, and Nuke, and that is completely right. Nap. There doesn't have that Seeker Drone ability that it used to have anymore. Nap also is a Vivid Starbow streamer, and you can find his content on Nap SC2, I think his stream name is. But if you just search for Nap on the Twitch channels, I'm sure you'll find him. He streams a lot of Starbow. He's on the clan BFFFFF, which is for bestest friends, which is a new Starbow clan, I think. There's only Starbow players in that clan, at least, and there's all really good Starbow players there too. Capri, I think, started it. It was Capri, Nap, the Red Bandit, and a couple others. So they're all good Starbow players on the top part of the Starbow ladder. I think Nap at the moment is actually C ranked. I think he's pretty high C rank if you look at his MMR, but I don't really know his MMR. I could look it up, of course, but I'm lazy, so I won't, because that means I have to like log into some admin page to see it. You don't see the MMR right on the site. We have Dirtybag going for a very early expansion, going for Barracks first though, but nothing more. He's going for a more, this is how we used to do things more earlier in Starbow, and we don't see this much anymore, that going for the Rax expand or just an expand first. I guess the heavy stalker build kind of ruined that, and what is kind of unfortunate for Dirtybag is that he hasn't scouted his opponent, but there's nothing out of the ordinary, no like 3-gate stalker pressure here. If he had gone for like 3-gate stalker pressure, that could actually straight up kill this from one base. And I think that's why we're not seeing too much of it anymore, because there's some Protoss out there that's been doing a lot of heavy stalker builds from one base and really shutting this down hard. I know Mukesor, aka Butt Plugin, has been doing that quite a bit and scaring off Terrans that way into staying on one base for a lot longer. But Dirtybag is playing, he's playing risky, but I don't know if he knows that this is a little bit risky now, because it's kind of a new metagame that I think he skipped. I think it was gone when that evolved. But the Stalker has gone up in cost a little bit to prevent that from being too dominant of a factor. Not too much though. It got plus 25 minerals and gas. It was 75-25, now it's 150. Not 150, but 100 minerals and 50 gas. So we see a very back to Brood War-esque opening here, with the range on the Dragoons. Gonna pressure that bunker, and he's gonna have to squeeze out a siege tank. Whoa, he's not gonna squeeze out the siege tank. He's definitely gonna squeeze it out, but he's not gonna squeeze it out either. And I think this music is just a tad too loud. Let me just fix this real quick. No, this should be fine. It's just my own headset that's a little bit too loud. So, okay, there we go. So, sorry about that. So we got the range soon to be incoming. They're in close positions, and we see Dirtybag is definitely gonna go bio here. And he was asking about the ghost in the opening, so something tells me he's probably gonna make some ghosts. What's cool about the ghost, if he's gonna make one, is that they do have quite a bit of range, but you do need a Ghost Academy to make them. Yes, you do. But once you get a ghost out, you can put it in the bunker, and he will actually be able to target these Dragoons. It has 6 range, it gets 7 in the bunker, and the Dragoon with the upgrade is range of 6, so it does outrange the Dragoon actually, barely. So in the bunker it can be very good versus Dragoons, but like I said, you need a Ghost Academy first, so it's gonna happen in a while. Dirtybag, knowing the right number of SCVs you need to repair, you need the same number of Dragoons plus 1 usually. Unless you have a lot of Dragoons, then you might need plus 2 or plus 3. But that's about what you need. You don't need 4 though. I don't know why he's bringing more. I guess he was not repairing for a while. Why aren't they not on this auto repair? Okay, I guess he likes his Brood War-esque way of doing it. And in the meantime, though, he's getting the range upgrade before. Did he get that before? He's getting both range and stim. Oh, very interesting. He's gonna have a. Ooh, and there's the range. And now the Marines have 5 base range, and they get +1 range in the bunker. And there's very little these Dragoons can do, but they don't have to go all the way home. They can just stay here and try and snipe off Marines as they try to push out. They might get caught, though, as the stim is going to be complete soon. Engineering bay on the way. Instead of Ghost Academy, which is interesting, he's just going to go for very strong Marines and not try to support them with anything for an early push. We see Nap in the meantime has been getting an expansion, and he's going for Reavers, and he kind of, I don't know how much he's seen. Well, he hasn't seen a siege tank yet, and he saw that the Marines was range upgraded, so that is kind of an indication of it. Not necessarily like all bio, but at least bio heavy opening, so Reaver or 2 is nice to deflect that, and also getting some Zealots in the mix too, not just Dragoons. But I don't really agree with him moving the Dragoons all the way back. This kind of lets Dirtybag push without being contended on the way. Of course, he doesn't want to get stimmed and caught out of the way, but like these move at 2.75 and Stim Marines like 3.14, so Stim Marines still have a hard time catching up to Dragoons as they're being quite fast. So I don't know. He's a little bit scared of Dark Templars. He's scanned and well, he hasn't seen this over here, so he doesn't know about the tech right now. So just to be safe. Also, this is good versus Reaver drops. Versus Reaver drops, you want them back here, and versus DTs, you want them over here. And he's just kind of doing a little bit of everything right now, just making sure he's completely safe. He's gonna get some no missile turrets in the main base though, but the Ghost Academy is up and it's gonna start adding in some ghosts to this composition. He scans, he's a relatively small group, and sees that he can actually push with quite a bit of Marines here. And they're gonna pick off a couple of Dragoons, gets one Dragoon. Ooh, but here comes the Reaver, the big Reaver shot incoming. Ooh, the Reaver not doing. Wow, he picks off the Reaver. Oh, saves the Zealot, but I think that was a misclick from Nap there. I think he wanted to save the Reaver, not the Zealot. But still, just the brute force of Nap is actually gonna chew through this. No, it's not. But they're both reduced to very small numbers. Nap should not die from this, but he didn't have a very favorable engagement right there, especially when that picking off that Reaver was pretty big. Kind of a blunder there from Nap, but that's what it's like playing versus Stim Marines. Like, you make one mistake and they punish you instantly, that DPS being so high. So more Dragoons going down, all the Marines are very low on health due to Stim and damage, and here comes another. Whoa, he can shoot from so far away when they're close by air distance. That's kind of interesting, and then the shot travels the hard way around. Let's see if he can use that shock ability from the Ghost to try and snipe off some of these units, plus it's gonna be difficult because you need a lot of firepower with the Ghost to do that. Oh, and the Ghost dies, and there we go, there goes the shock, and gets one Dragoon. It's gonna be very slow for a long time. Okay, there we go. So, let's try and look at this. We got 11 workers killed, which is quite nice, but units killed is just equal, but that's actually quite, well, most of these are workers, so I was gonna say that's good for Terran because he has his smaller units, but a lot of those were workers, which are even kind of smaller units when it comes to fighting capacity. So if you look at units lost, we see actually, yeah, Terran did lose more than Protoss, but on the other hand, he's actually going for Bio, which means that he acts a little bit more like Zerg, where he has more smaller units. And we got a lot of barracks incoming, and he's not building any reactors. And you see the reactor has been out quite a bit in cost. Actually twice as much, and some may say that's OP, and that would definitely be horrible. Not OP, UP. That would definitely be horrible in StarCraft 2. But remember that the overcharge speeds up units no matter how many units you have in a barracks. So if you have a reactor, you speed up 2 units instead of 1 per overcharge with the reactor. So it adds even more to the reactor here than it did in StarCraft 2, and that's why the cost has been changed. Oh, that's so many missile turrets, you don't want to go in there. That's incredible, nice ring of missile turrets. Wow, even more here. And this is so nice because now he doesn't have to make any in his main. Oh, and he loses, oh, was that the Reaver? I think that was the Reaver. That's pretty, oh, and he has nothing here. Well, he has this Reaver, and if he can make that live and make the most of that, he should be fine. But this is a very scary push from Dirtybag. I don't know if Nap can hold this. And the Reaver gets a good shot off there. Oh, and he moved another group forward, but he got the shock off of the Reaver, but the shock already wore off. Okay, gets another shock, and he's gonna try and snipe the Reaver, and he's not gonna get it. Oh, 13 hit points left on that Reaver, and that was kind of Dirtybag's mistake there, was just rushing to take the Reaver out and kind of sacrificing too much of his army doing that. So Nap was really lucky there, losing his Dragoon though. That's an unlucky Dragoon though. Look at him just fade into the ground. And and there's this little pile of blue blood left. Oh, that even slowly fades away. It's kind of interesting to watch. Not really, but what? It kind of, hang on, it just looks a little bit odd. Oh wow, it's like angled in an odd way. Doesn't it not like ever go away? Okay, there we go. It just fades very slowly away. Sorry, I'm distracted by little things sometimes. So we got a lot of Reavers. We got Zealot speeding coming. He needs another shuttle. He's getting +1. Is that +1? I think that's +1. Yes, that's +1. And no nukes incoming though. I would have loved to see some nukes. The nukes are very different now, but we got fusion core instead. Probably for science vessels, I suppose. But yeah, the nukes are very different now. There we go. They only... Okay, that's wrong. We need to fix that. It doesn't take 16 seconds to land, and it doesn't do 200 damage. It only takes 5 seconds to land or something like that, and only does 100 damage. And 150 to structures, I think. That we need to fix, I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna send it to the wizard. I can actually fix that. That's not very hard. It's a tooltip for the arm silo with nuke. I should be able to fix that. There's a couple of other fixes too I think we need when it comes to text, so. Ooh, nice. Nap is gonna actually discover that Dirtybag wanted to expand here, and he's just, yeah, he's gonna shut it down right away. That's really nice. In the meantime, Dirtybag is sticking with bio. Okay, he's gonna mix in some vultures with, they look a little bit fast. Yeah, they got speed and they got mines. Okay, so they're all fully upgraded vultures. That's gonna be very interesting. Vulture bio composition is very, with quite ghost heavy, to be honest. Very interesting composition from Dirtybag, and he's got a lot of gas. He's gonna probably sink that into science vessels as well with some EMP. Ooh, and here we go. And yeah, Nap doesn't really want to engage this. This is a lot of units, but he has the very good Reavers. One Reaver gets shocked, but got picked up again. He heard about the wealth inequality in America, and he just couldn't take it anymore. He was just shocked and stunned about the whole situation. And got some mines coming out here. Dirtybag. He's gonna try and circumvent here and attack here, but there's really nothing he can do against 3 photon cannons with only 3 vultures. That is not a one-to-one correspondence. He's gonna get some zealots, so that's always nice. Oh, actually loses a vulture. I was kind of low in health though. Ooh, big drop incoming from Dirtybag here. Almost forgot about that. I have seen parts of this game before, but not entire game in one setting. It's gonna do a lot in the meantime. Ooh, wow, so Nap is gonna get pulled away every which way, and he doesn't really have anything to defend against this drop. He's gonna use his High Templar for Storm. He can't. He doesn't have the energy to do so, and he gets a huge hit with the Reaver, but he loses his High Templar. He actually... Okay, nice shock there. He shocks the Reaver, and you can't pick up a Reaver which is shocked. I don't think you can, at least. And he gets both of the Reavers and the drop doing a lot of damage. Dirtybag really pulling Nap apart here at this time. And again, Bio can do this, but Bio can't really kill. It can only, like, hurt. It's like torture. It only hurts, but he can't really kill him. That's a very good analogy right there. It's like Nap is being tortured. It's like his limbs are being teared off of his body and dragged into every which way. But he's not gonna die. He's just gonna suffer quite a bit. Oh, my metaphors are great. So Dirtybag stims and goes, and this Bioforce is going to be so weak by the time he gets here. I don't know if he can deal with these cannons, especially if he chrono boosts them. Yeah, and he gets one cannon down. He's going to lose so many Marines here though. 3. Okay, that's not that many. But these are... This one might be empowered, but this one will not be empowered. Oh, but here comes the Zealots. They just spank the Marines to death instantly. Insta spank. And Dirtybag landing up here. Hopefully he makes a planetary up here. But he hasn't been expanding in a long time. It's been taking them both quite a bit of time to get expansions up. So it's been kind of slow that way. Ooh, some mines went off. I could hear it. We got a Reaver in the shuttle, and it's gonna kill some SCVs. Hopefully. Oh, these towers gonna be up in time, aren't they? I think so. Oh, it's gonna drag a lot of mines. Oh, almost drags it into this ghost. That would have been awesome. Oh, he's just turning around? He wants to push instead. He doesn't want the Reaver to be away from his pals. He wants to keep them all too close together. Nice vulture circumvention though. They do their little dance, their merry little dance, their merry little pathing dance. December's come, this is your work. He's probably never watching this. I make so much content now and he doesn't watch half of that, I think. Okay, we got a Zealot dragging an incredible amount of mines. We got some vultures trying to snipe the High Templars. Gets one High Templar. Gets another High... Ooh, almost. Quickly. Empty energy. Become Archon. Here's... Okay, nice. Reaver to clear up mines and do other stuff. Reavers are actually... Ooh, sorry. Reavers are actually really good versus vultures. Wow. Sudden yawn. These things happen. Good thing he has an observer with him so he can clear out these mines. Dirtybag's kind of putting out traps everywhere with these vultures. It's very exciting to see how his bio-vulture composition will do versus this. I feel he kind of did a lot of damage now, and he hasn't really like capitalized on it. He's kind of letting Nap slowly get back into this game now. He's been very inactive with his units. Oh, a huge EMP though going off, draining all the energy from all of those High Templars. A couple of shocks going off too, and Nap's just gonna lose his army here, or he has to retreat at least, and yes, he does. Terran Bio kind of lacks the means to catch. Oh, he can catch a couple of units with shock, but not too many. We are looking into reworking shock and the ghost stats a little bit. We'll see. I'm not saying that Terran has to win every game. Just saying that it's not really working as intended. It's working somewhat as intended, but not completely. It's usually the only reason. Oh, that storm was huge! Wow, look at all those poor Marines. Oh, wow, that's so many Marines. Okay, they die so. Their corpses disappear so fast, but that was a huge storm. Archon's incoming. And Shock, does Shock work on Archons? I don't know if it does. But yeah, Dirtybag kind of holding ground. Yeah, not for long. Okay, these Dragoons are shocked, and yeah, Nap's gonna clean it up again. Bio just doesn't have the oomph, the punch to do it right now. With the removal of the Marauders, which is very hard to say. Oh, he's gonna use Storm to kill vultures. That's never a good sign. Oh, even Storm's one of his own Archons. It's gotta be careful not to... Don't want to play too close to those mines. And in the meantime, Nap's been expanding both here and here, and I've been completely ignorant about both of it because I'm such a great caster. And he's gonna micro versus a lot of Zealots, and he needs to move the vultures. Sure, the Zealots die, but so do the vultures. And that one mine's gonna kill both of them. Okay, there we go. One of them. Oh, big drop coming in the meantime. And Nap's gonna have some Storm and some Zealots to clean up that drop. That was a really nice cleanup. So Dirtybag, okay, he wants to slowly expand more, but it's kind of not like, I don't know, not doing all the damage he wants to. He's doing a really good job on staying active lately, though, with the vultures and the drop play. But I kind of feel it would have been about the same if he went for mech, though, just using the vultures instead of marines. And he would have been more mobile that way. I'm trying to think of the advantages of him going bio versus just getting vultures, and I don't really see it. Well, it has an easier time versus Reavers, actually, when picking off with the shock ability. Here comes... Oh, sorry. Wow, I'm not really that tired. Here comes a ton of High Templars. Wow, caster yawning. Good sign of a great cast. But yeah, Nap's been making so many High Templars, and he's been having the gas to do so, staying on so many bases. And that is really helpful for him. Ooh, a lot of mines here, and he's... Okay, Dirtybag doing a good job zoning out. I like this. I actually really like this way of playing. Ooh, losing so many High Templars. But like, he places mines here to zone out the army, and then he attacks with the Marines because they have such high DPS. And see, that is one of the good things about going by. They can actually deal with buildings, while vultures can't. Of course, siege tanks can deal with buildings, but they're much less mobile than the Marine army is. So I guess there is some interesting advantages of going bio. I'm gonna take back what I said earlier. I'm not gonna take anything back, because what I said earlier, so I was just wondering if there was any differences, and now I'm getting the answer, and we got vultures kind of running by, but they decide they want to kill a couple of High Templars instead, and then they want to skedaddle. Oh, he's gonna not lose any. Zealots, another drop. I don't know how effective these drops have been, though. I feel defending drop play in Starbow is a little bit easier than in StarCraft 2, for some reason, which is kind of weird since you don't even have warp in, but I don't know. That doesn't actually make any sense what I just said there, but I still think it is. Okay, we got a third base incoming. We also have a storm drop incoming, and that's going to be huge. There's 34 workers here, and he's going to kill so many workers. Wow, did you see that tab just going from there to there? That was crazy. Look at that tab. Of course, the storms were awesome too, but that tab. So he went from 34 to 13. Oh, and he recalls the Archon out of there. That's so awesome. He doesn't even lose the units. Oh, that's sweet. Another drop incoming here though from Dirtybag, but the base isn't even finished. He probably wants to drop here instead, but that's really well defended. Full energy High Templar and 4 cannons. This drop ain't gonna do nothing. I hope. Oh, unless he snipes the High Templar so fast that okay, he actually sees the drop and just storms it. Oh, wow. Storming buff. So many mines everywhere though. It's like Dirtybag has like his bio vulture is like a zoning DPS style. Like he zones out the army and then he deals damage with the bio, but he can never like really deal with Nap's army. That's the problem. He doesn't really have the firepower to do so. We kind of need tanks to do that, I think. It's gonna be so hard for him to like straight up kill this army. This army isn't even that big. It's just so much AoE. Again, he's gonna go for this base right as it finishes. We have a trapped High Templar here trying for his life to get out. Okay, there we go. He found a way around. It's gonna. Oh, we got a couple of stormers here. Oh, that second storm did absolutely nothing though. But Dirtybag's kind of whittled down a little bit. In the meantime, the Nap's just gonna go for it. I think he's just gonna go here or up here. He's a little bit unsure, I think. Dirtybag cleaning up this space is gonna go into this space. This one's gonna be a little bit hard to clean up. There's some more well-placed cannons there. Nap is gonna go back over here, it seems. And I need to change music now because I'm into like loading screen music. But let's see. No, Dirtybag's gonna have to pull back from there. And Nap just has a random Archon doing a lot of damage, but the rest of the army, okay, there comes the rest of the army too. So the rest of the army will get in there and will do a lot of damage. Yeah, I don't know if Dirtybag can hold this. I feel Dirtybag's kind of been dictating this game, but he's never really had the firepower to deal with the army of Nap. I think if he would have used nukes more, he has a couple of nukes, he just never used them, and tried to lure Nap into nukes. Well, that's even more zoning than the Spider-Mans are already doing though, but that could actually do some good damage. Especially now, if he made like a couple of nukes, Ghost here and started nuking this area, he would have pushed back this army just fine. And it's kind of doing it already with just these marines and a good wall off and some science vessels with EMP. Nap, in the meantime, taking this base too. He's hasn't gotten this base up and all. And finally, he's kind of capitalizing, saying, "I need siege tanks," and he's getting some siege tanks, but it might be too late. So, like the Bio Vulture is really good for some interesting openers, where you're like, where you open with like a lot of DPS and zoning with the Spider-Mines, like mid-game, and you can do a lot of like map control and pick off a lot of expansions that way. But I think you have to, behind that, you have to start to transition slowly into siege tanks. I don't think just pure Bio Vulture can work. I might be wrong though. Maybe just Dirtybag played a little bit worse than he usually does, and he can do it a lot better. I would, in general though, consider Dirtybag, I think, is the better player of these two if I was like just to randomly rank them, but they're both really good players, and it really probably depends on their level. And that recall was awesome, saving that High Templar, those two High Templars. I mean, it was gonna get a science vessel, and some EMP goes off. It's gonna get the Archon. That's gonna be picked off so easily if he's not careful. Ooh, some horrible rallied units there, but it's actually just gonna use them to flank instead. The Archon goes down, and these marines are actually doing quite a bit of damage now. Another huge EMP going off. Ah, it doesn't really hit the Archon's level. Okay, there we go. And these marines, it's just gonna kill everything. Wow, okay, now Dirtybag is kind of coming a little bit back into this. It doesn't really have the economy that he needs though. I just look here, I can just look there for income. You see Dirtybag on much less economy though. Oh, I'm just removing every tab there is now. Away they go. So he kind of has to make something happen with this small group of marines. And there's 3 High Templars there chilling, talking about Tal'Darim and R and how things were better before, when you only had the Overmind to worry about, and not when Kerrigan came into power and being mean with the Zergis. Well, that was kind of their fault. They killed the Overmind. Tassadar, it's all your fault. Okay, so we got Dirtybag again trying to deal with this space. I don't think he's actually seen this space. No, he hasn't, so that's not too good. But he's gonna get these cannons. Cannon's gonna do some damage though with the Chrono Boost. But it's definitely, I should be able to pick off this space before these units can get there. He could actually try and recall units there. No, he doesn't have that. Yes, he has the Caldarian Chris. Citadel thing. Oh! Oh, nice! The Fulton Cannons get extra range when they're Oh, but he still wasn't enough though. If he had done that earlier, that could have helped a lot. I can't talk right now, and he's losing an Archon. I managed to say that at least. In the meantime, we got a couple of DTs coming here. Now, they actually cleared this base. These DTs are champions. Oh, and there's an open door. Come in, wherever you are. And they can come in, they can just kill this missile turret. These mines are not going to go off. And this vulture is the lazy vulture. Okay, Nap finally cleaned this up. He lost this base. He's been losing this base a couple of times. I don't know if he lost this base in this process or if it was earlier because I don't remember. But it doesn't really matter because Dirtybag is down to his last mining base. He's going to try and take this base, but that's kind of random and it's probably not going to stay up for too long, to be honest. That's so close to Nap's main. I really think Nap should put some production over here though. Just having all your production in one place can be a little bit dangerous. But right now it doesn't really matter too much. I think Nap got this game now. Has he ever made any siege tanks? He's made one. How many siege tanks? He has that one. He has a couple of nukes which he never used, and I'm kind of sad about that. Nukes are very different now. They hit a lot faster, but they hit a lot lighter. But they're good for zoning. So, oh, he's gonna check the space now. Oh, he's okay. Oh, he just checked the space, and yeah, there's just no point. He's saved the space, but there's so little mining. He has more science vessels than he has units. He can actually get irradiates at radiating zealots and high templars. That might actually be a good use. Oh, not high templars. You can just EMP those, I guess. Oh, nice EMP going off there before he dies. 3 mines will not be enough to defend this, but it would be enough to damage these zealots. Almost kills one. And this bunker should clean up the rest. And there's that one siege tank, or is it another one? Yes, that's the same one. He's moved it over. Again! Dirtybag's favorite expansion to attack. How many times have we seen this now? In the meantime, though, Nap doesn't care. He's just gonna go and kill his opponent. This base has just been like leveraged the whole game for killing his opponent. Like foolish man, I never intended to mine from this base. Just to drag your army to the side so you can kill your main base. And it's finally working. Good job, Nap. That was a great strategy and it worked. And we have Dirtybag just repositioning his entire base. That's another interesting strategy to go for. Is Dirtybag's gonna follow up with his kill the next expansion I can find? Is Nap gonna follow up with Chrono Boosting? He doesn't have the thingy on the top now. Caldarian Amulet, whatever, Chrysalis Citadel. Caldarian Citadel. That's what it's called. That's what we called it. But Dirtybag's gonna flesh out this base. The flying armada of barracks are coming over here, and they're gonna make a nice little wall right here. But there's like no minerals left here, and Nap is making sure that Dirtybag isn't taking any more bases. Look at this. Just look at that. Nap has like the entire map, and there's really nothing more Dirtybag can do. I think this is gonna be GG. He's actually gonna move over here with all the barracks for some reason. I think Dirtybag is just having fun right now. I don't think he's... Well, it's probably not too much fun, but oh, he's gonna lose the nukes too. But he's not really trying that much anymore, especially when he didn't land the barracks here. He has 5 marines and a siege tank. It's better than an SCV and a chair. And he's gonna go for it. He's gonna land his armada of barracks over here, but he doesn't even know that there's a base here. Oh, really? He has this unit though. These units. This unit here, which is called a bioball. The bioball unit. Wow, Nap taking the middle in the meantime. So BM. And here we go. He's gonna try and clear out this base and retake this for himself. We got a High Templar here doing a lot of damage. He can't lose the siege tank, or else there's no way to deal with these cannons. And doing some good EMP damage there. This siege tank needs to like do damage. And it's dead. No, it's not. He's got 32 hit points left. He's got a lot of units incoming. He needs to EMP this. He needs to not go too close with those Fulton cannons. He doesn't have that many units to use his APM. I don't no idea why he's sitting on top of Fulton cannons with science vessels. That's just really, really bad idea. But there we go. He's actually going to clear off this base and land on this barracks here. Amazing. Oh, well, there's a ton of... Man, every time a star goes down, it's just so good versus bio in this mod. It's crazy. Here comes all the SCVs. Mine! Mine for your life. They need to repair the siege tank if it's gonna stand a chance versus this. So no, it's gonna be fine. He's gonna make the good old starport barracks wall. Oh, there's an Archon here. Oh, he morphed an Archon. Okay, good EMP. Oh wow, 8 HP left there. He's gonna start mining right next to the Nexus. And he can start shooting down whatever he has here. He's gonna make a lot of bunkers. Nap is kind of just laughing, I think, right now, just wondering what is going on here. This was actually completely mined out, almost. It was almost completely mined out. Man, my English is great. He's gonna be able to kill this base and reposition his own orbital, get a couple of bunkers up. Only what you need at a late game situation like this, like 4. Not repairing his barracks, which is kind of a waste of resources at the moment. And, oh, and he's gonna GG. Okay. I guess it was just like the last attempt there to do anything, and he just saw that it just ain't gonna work, and he GG's out of there. So that was a very interesting game. Trying to make Bio work versus Protoss now, not really succeeding. They did play a lot of games I saw on Nap stream, and Dirtybag did take some of these games with his Bio play, so it can definitely work. But this game was very entertaining, so I wanted to cast it anyway. Hope you enjoyed it as well. Thank you for watching. Make sure to check out Starbow stuff at starbowmod.com. Take care.